Incense and Isle. The story so far.
Hello, my name is Cecil Fleming. I am a wizard who hails from the Circle, one of the highest magic orders in the world. Through a series of unfortunate events, I decided to leave the Circle and pursue my own goals. Totally of my own will, of course. I was not kicked out whatsoever. I am currently 111 years old, kept alive by the magic coursing through my veins. This is my partner, Teldominus Gwyn, a dwarven fighter. He and I have traveled together for nearly 40 years at this point, working for a mercenary guild we call Death's Embrace. Teldominus is curt, brash, and enjoys drinking. I do most of the speaking for the both of us. He does most of the head taking off parts when things get sticky, which is often. The two of us were traveling with a caravan, taking them as far as they needed to go when we were ambushed by undead. We later found out these were called Strigoi, and did our best to save the lives of those on the caravan. Now we failed, and escaped with our own lives to the town of Bleakwater. There we met up with a separate traveling caravan which, as it turned out, housed our other companions. Now Aurelia is an elven rogue with a penchant for collecting money with no intention of spending it. Not much is known of her or her ulterior motives, but she has said she is on a quest to retrieve an item of great personal value. Clay is our final member. He's a sorcerer who appears to be mostly human. His face is almost always concealed beneath a mask. He is a bit of an oddity. On the map attached below, his home lies just beneath the S in Verdant Fields. He will tell you that often. A bit of a bumbling man, he has come through for us already on multiple occasions. There may be more to him than meets the eye. Now, our party, still strangers, were accosted instantly in Bleakwater and held as potential suspects of a murder. After some searching to clear our names, a party discovered that several bodies had both contained sun-shaped necklaces and appeared to have suffered similar wounds. The party reported this to Captain Cassian Morningstar, who aided them in discovering a foul beast, a monster seemingly sewn together using pieces of other creatures. It was quickly dispatched with the help of the captain, who was injured permanently during the fight. On top of all of this, the team was approached by others. A man named Hadrian, who spoke mostly in riddles, and his team. A human named Rasmus, who is incredibly neurotic and consistently checks something. Some small silver discs. There was a one-armed crossbowman named Jericho, and Eve, who is Hadrian's maid. Now, Hadrian appears to have intense magical prowess like myself, and used a simple doorway to take his team somewhere. When we opened the door afterwards, there was nothing left, but they had gone in. Now, after speaking with some high-ranking members in Bleakwater, the party was told that this may be a byproduct of a conflict involving the Undead Sea. They were also greeted by a phantom who was attending the meeting, who told them to head towards Pharaoh, but to be cautious on who they informed of their goals, as not everyone was who they appeared to be. The party rested and set off with carts and horses. And while Teldominus drunk himself into a stupor during the several-day ride, the team saw flashing lights in the distance. Upon approaching, they saw more undead swarming on two men. Intervening, as the party is ought to do, they fought off the enemy and met Julius Thorne and Soldier 257. The two are travelers from Grantis, and claimed to be following a sign from the gods. Spoke briefly before they headed on their way, and we headed on ours. We made a stop for the night in the town of Coldwater, and quickly realized that that was a mistake. After being charged a heretical amount of money to keep our horses and carts safe, we were struck down by a band of thieves led by a man named Red. We were warned of Red before, but simply there were too many of them and too few of us. After losing all of our gold and several important items, we stumbled into a man named Vegas, who had a similar problem with Red. We hatched a plan with him to dispose of Red and his gang, which we carried out the next morning. We found ourselves splitting up, Clay going one direction, Aurelia another, myself and Teldominus following on the last path. Vegas went off on his own, knowing that he would operate better by himself. The party was successful in dispatching the entirety of the gang quickly and quietly, which was a larger success story than usual for us. Now, We faced down Red's cabin and lured the man out. It was an incredible strategy concocted by yours truly. Red never stood a chance. Being taken down with little chance to fight back, he was simply bounced around before being beaten to death. Vegas took Red's life, and the party took our belongings back. Now we are equipped with several more powerful items, and we finally made it to Pharaoh. It did take us several days, but all in all, we are in good health and good spirits. Now, with the help of a very powerful, influential figure, we sit inside the gates, ready to figure out the next step in our unraveling quest.